Thank you. Minister knows when I stand, he sits. New question. The member from Ottawa South.
Thank you very much, Speaker. And my question is to the Minister of Children and Youth Services. Minister, children's treatment centres provide rehabilitation services for children and youth with special needs and their families. There are 21 of these centres across the province, providing services to more than 81,000 children and youth with special needs. Last month, I was very proud to join the Premier at the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario to announce our commitment to the Ottawa Children's Treatment Centre. And I know last week the government announced in Oakville the opening of a new Erinoaks Kids facility. Minister, can you share with the House the details of this announcement?
Minister of Children and Youth Services.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I want to take a moment just to recognize the advocacy and the work for the member from Ottawa South, and his continued work to support Children's Hospital in Ottawa. Mr. Speaker, I joined the Premier, the Minister of Labour, the Treasurer, and the Minister of Education at Erinoaks earlier this week. And we got to meet some incredible families, and I'm very happy that this government has invested over $163 million to complete this project. Mr. Speaker, this is an expansion of doubling the space to over 300,000 square feet, and the footprint will take place in Mississauga, Brampton, and Oakville. The Minister of Labour, the MPP for Oakville, has been advocating for this project for years, and I want to take an opportunity to thank him for really building a better facility in his community to serve many families across that region.
Thank you, Speaker, and thanks to the Minister for that response. Speaker, centres like Erinoaks and the Ottawa Children's Treatment Centre allow children with cognitive and physical disabilities to get the support they need in their home communities. And Speaker, I know that we will continue to support children's treatment centres and the children and youth with special needs. And while it is incredibly important to invest in the centres themselves, we also need to invest in high-quality services. So, Speaker, through you to the Minister, could he tell us more about our government's investments in special needs services? Thank you.
Thank you, Minister.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Last week, when I joined members of this government at Erinoaks, I got to witness firsthand the high-quality, coordinated, integrated services that are developed through the Ontario Special Needs Strategy to help connect children to services that they need as early as possible. Mr. Speaker, my ministry is investing over $630 million in services this year alone. The investments include almost $320 million to autism services, almost $120 for children's treatment rehabilitation services, over $100 million to complex special needs, $85 million for healthy child development programs. And in our 2018 budget, we're allocating more than $300 million in new funding over 3 years for additional 2,000 new teachers, specialized support staff, and educational workers. Mr. Speaker, this is how we make a difference for Ontarians, by making sure that we add services, not cuts.